students, welcome to class 9th English. Today we will read the poem from your book The Beehive. The poem title is The Snake Crying by W. Ross. He is an environmentalist. From the title only we can make out the snake crying means a snake is trying to get something out. Here a snake is trying to get away from a man who is chasing him with a stick. In this poem, The Snake Crying, the poet tries to say that all snakes are not poisonous. Some of them are quite harmless. So it is foolish to kill a snake as soon as we see it. Students, you know, as soon as we see the snake, as we means the human beings see the snakes, he react. He start chasing the snake. So here the poet want to say that even if a snake is poisonous, it will not do us no harm if it does not see any danger from us. A snake always bites in self-protection only. Otherwise, it is harmless as any other creature. But sadly, human beings always try to kill a snake as soon as they see it. So in this poem, in the very first stanza, the poet describes how a snake is trying to get away from a man who is chasing him with a stick. So let us begin with the first stanza. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden curvings of thin long body, how beautiful and graceful are his shapes. Here in the first stanza, the pursuing means chasing, following, and curvings means twistings. Here you see in the first line, the title itself is repeated, The Snake Crying. So here the poet is saying the snake is trying to save himself from the following stick. Pursuing stick means the stick which is following him. And he wants to save his life and he is trying to pursue him from, and when he is moving, sudden curvings of his thin long body, his body turns curves. And the poet says how beautiful his body shapes are looking. Here the poet is praising the shape, that how beautiful the movement of a snake is. Now let us move to the second stanza. He glides through the water away from the stroke. O Lord, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. Small and green, he is harmless even to children. Here the poet is saying how the snake is trying to escape from the chasing of the stick. Here glides means move and stroke means hitting of the stick. And reeds, you know children, these are the plants, water plants or the meshy plants with thick stem. So here the poet is saying that snake is trying to escape from the stick, and for that he moved through the water. Here poet requests the human being that please let him go through water and hide himself behind the reeds so he can save his life. So he can save himself from the stick. Again poet says he is small and green and even he will not harm the children. So poet want to say here, don't try to kill him, he is harmless. We human beings should not harm the animal or here the poet is referring to snake. Now let us see the last stanza of the poem. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away. And now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. Here the vanishes means disappear. So here the poet says he was lying still in the sand till the time nobody observed him. Ripples means waves because he want to save himself. So this is the entire poem, and now we will discuss the literary devices. In this poem, first of all we see the rhyming scheme. There is no rhyming scheme in the poem. Entire poem is written in the free verse. Free verse means this poem is written in a story form. Another device is transferred epithet. Transferred epithet means when you use an adjective with a noun but it refers to another noun. Here you see in the first stanza, the second line, to escape the pursuing stick. Here the word pursuing is not referring to stick, but it refers to a human being who is holding a stick. So this is known as the transferred appetite. Another device comes the alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of two or more consonant sound. You can see in the second stanza H word is repeated. You can see second stanza last line he is harmless. So H in he and H in harmless is the consonant sound and is repeated continuously. So with this we come to the end of the poem. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe it.